It's a dually truck.
Hey guys, today we're watching a police chase.
We're on it. Let me know if we're streaming. Cool, thank you. It's not a dually, yeah, huh? No, reckless driving. It may not matter, yeah. Sarah was saying it might be a custom vehicle. They call it a T-Rex. Great, thank you. And thank you to everyone who is joining us online. Emily and Marino in News Chopper 4 Alpha, along with my pilot, Saro Garabetian, over a fast-moving police pursuit here on the southbound or eastbound 101 freeway here through the San Fernando Valley. The vehicle in question is this vehicle that you see here, and I don't even know how to describe it. Initially, I wanted to call it a dually, but it's not. Possibly something referred to as a T-Rex, and could be a custom job. You see that the vehicle actually has 6 tires, and at one point, it sounds like the sheriff's department put out a set of spike strips, and the guy may have run him over. However, when you've got 6 tires, perhaps that spike strip isn't going to have the effect that we would usually see on a car with just 4 wheels. Now, this is, again, a fast-moving pursuit. You see the speeds there, but we've seen speeds as high as 100 miles an hour. This is a driver who is wanted for reckless driving and is possibly under the influence. It was initially the Sheriff's Department out of Malibu that started the pursuit. We first heard about it on Payuma Road, also I believe on Las Virgenes at one point, and then it eventually made its way to the 101 freeway where the Sheriff's Department backed off and the California Highway Patrol stepped in. You see them there still behind the vehicle. Now, when we think about police tactics that they would normally use, you can throw the pit maneuver out the window. It's not going to happen in this case. You see the size of that vehicle. The CHP does not have a vehicle that pales in comparison to the size of this particular vehicle that is in the pursuit. You see him here coming up to Balboa, 60 miles an hour. I'm referring to the driver as a he, but again, at this point, it's unclear if it is a man or a woman behind the wheel. And swerving there, it looked like he was going to exit.
Okay, he's swerving there. Looks like he was going to exit, but he's continuing. He's decided that he's changing his mind. He or she is changing his mind that he is going to continue on the southbound 101 Ventura Freeway. While that has a 6-tire truck as well, Ford 6x6 tire, 6 tires. When you have 6 tires, that is way huge for that luxury truck. It's $355,000 worth of more than an optional package.
From the Malibu area because of the speeds that this
His
person
speed was traveling at about 100 miles an hour, maybe 90 or 90 to 92.
In terms of what traffic is looking like here in the area, let me widen out. I'll show you the 101 freeway. Both east and westbound sides here, or north and south of the 101. People refer to them by both east or south here on the
Now reaching back at 89 to 90 miles an hour.
Traffic is relatively light. The driver continuing to travel here at about 90 miles an hour.
Driver is continuing at about 90 miles an hour. And he had a chance here to get on to a 405 freeway, but he's decided he's going to stay on to 101 freeway until he gets off the freeway at an off-ramp. What? That might be interesting. Oh no, he's swerving. Now he was picking up speed at 75 miles per hour. And as you can see, he's in 4 lanes. Looks like he's swerving. Now picking up speed. Once again, slowing back down up to 70. He was slowing down at about 60, 50, 55, maybe 60 miles an hour. The pit maneuver, I don't think it's gonna work when the truck has 6 wheels.
Jack was able to do back at the station. T-Rex seems to be right for this
T-Rex seems to be right for this type of that vehicle.
Heavy vehicle. We're still trying to figure out exactly
We're still trying to. They're still trying to figure out how many tons, and again, very heavy, way too heavy for this CHP to attempt a pit maneuver. Maybe they could try a spike strip. Maybe, yeah, this car has 6 tires. Now he's picking up speed at 87 miles per hour. Deflating this, that's gonna have a difficult time deflating this many tires. It's still traveling at about a high rate of speed, maybe 75 miles per hour. This could be like a race, for that.
It is a T-Rex, yes.
This could be like a fastest race that is gonna be all over, like speeds when you speed up to 100 or 110.
He's actually the one
it's
that
gonna be
some information about
so
this
dangerous
particular
when the car goes flying in.
We saw what type of car
So
it was,
that type of car,
did help with our research on
that
the
is
car.
a Ford 6x6.
Now this pursuit continuing here, 101.
Now
Maybe
he's
exiting at Van
continuing on the
Nuys.
freeway
Let's see what
now.
he does.
He's getting off. This pursuit started about 5 or 10 minutes ago in the area, and it came out of Malibu when the pursuit started. It was a stolen vehicle.
Correct, Jamie. They would not. So Jamie out of the assignment.
And now this suspect is driving slow. He's bringing up the issue of the pit maneuver. It's way too large or too big.
To compare to this one, and it would be very difficult
to perform that pit maneuver. Now he's continuing here on a surface street. Now he's speeding up to 60, 65.
He is
running red lights. He was about to turn right, but while he was trying to, turn right.
Perhaps a bike. Like a bike, yes, like a foldable bike, perhaps.
Like a very small bike. Foldable bike that is on the back of that trunk of that Ford 6x6 truck. In that bed of the truck.
Up to Chandler from Woodman. He may be.
Now he's turning left, I think, yeah.
Gonna make a turn. Gonna go westbound on Chandler.
Now this is a situation, and I'm wondering how many people. It's only one object, one suspect, one individual in that vehicle is the driver. It is unclear how many people may be inside. The driver was wanted for initially reckless driving, possibly DUI, and to lead the California Highway Patrol. This is going to be a race for like Indy 500 race car champs, or not champs. It's gonna be like a race car Indy 500 racetracks or something. That's not gonna. That seems to be a driver when he was going on the freeway as high as 100 miles per hour. Wow, he's hitting the brakes.
On the freeway at 100 miles an hour. It is
100 miles per hour. It's very scary and dangerous. Now he's making a U-turn.
here.
Going
Just
back
a moment.
towards a surface
Heading
street,
eastbound.
heading eastbound. Now he's speeding up to 50 miles an hour, 55.
That's the night sun from the police
That's a
helicopter.
nice
He's coming up
night
to a red.
sun from a helicopter, from a police helicopter.
I'm really concerned that he's running red lights because
He is running red lights. This vehicle is so large. It is so heavy.
Anyone else,
If he hits the motorist, what would happen to that? That's going to be so damaged.
A lot larger than what we would typically see in a police
That would
pursuit.
typically
The car has 6
see in a
tires.
police pursuit. That car has 6 tires, as I mentioned it was a few moments ago.
The
The spike strips had not worked. They tried it. Pit maneuver not gonna happen. It's way too big. All they could do is hope for is that driver will come to a stop.
Or with a vehicle this large, it doesn't get very good gas
It
mileage.
doesn't get
So
very
perhaps
good
it'll
gas
be a
mileage.
situation where
It'll be a situation he'll run out of gas, or that will bring the end of this pursuit. Now on the surface street again. Now they're gonna try that again to do a spike strip or do a pit maneuver, and now he can't. Now he's speeding up towards 60, 70 miles an hour.
I'm listening to the police helicopter overhead. He's calling out the conditions as he goes, and the driver here with the red light.
Now he's running a red light, hitting the brakes again and again.
No other vehicles there, and he's able to continue on here. Woodman with across Bessemer, just short of 60 miles an hour.
Short of 55 to maybe 60 miles an hour. Now he's speeding up. Now he's picking up speed again on that street again. Now he's trying
Coming
to.
up to victory here on Woodman.
He's coming up on another surface street, or coming up to a red light.
There's going to be cross traffic.
Turning right at this point.
No other vehicles,
The CHP unit is behind that vehicle. They're gonna try to do a pit maneuver, or they spotted this driver. He was driving recklessly. Perhaps he was under the influence. They could attempt to pull him over, do a pit maneuver, or spike him, or deflate the tires. Where that CHP units got behind the car. Now they backed it off. After some time now, he was on the southbound side of the 101 freeway, and he exited. He is now on surface streets now, speeding up to, slowing down at about 35 to 40 miles per hour. Again, he's speeding up to 35 to 40 miles an hour. Now he's going into some dips. Usually
police department will also run the plates on the car.
The police department will run the plates of that car and the truck as well. And that's where the car is registered to.
So I'm not sure where the car may come back to, because what we do often see is that pursuits tend to return to an area that the driver is familiar with. He is driving way too fast. He was driving way fast on surface streets just a minute ago. You know the dead ends are. He's not going to drive himself to a dead end. Now he's driving way reckless. No, okay. He's turning right. The street. Yeah, he's pulling into a little strip mall here.
He's pulling into a little store or a parking lot.
And if you look in the back, there is some.
Wow, he's swerving in and out of lanes.
And he seems to be weaving a little bit, perhaps
weaving a little bit. Maybe losing control of it.
Or he might just be messing with them. Might just be toying with them.
Maybe playing around with these officers, toying with them, or messing around with them. 69 to 70 miles an hour. Speeding back up, slowing down.
The police attempted to pull him over.
The police attempted to pull that suspect over for driving, and they attempted to pull him over. He's been driving pretty well for the most part, sticking to his lane. It's a larger vehicle. It is not as easy to operate. Someone may be under the influence, like DUI. Pretty well, this driver is trying to stop the vehicle.
Then I would caution you strongly against
They would caution me strongly against trying to get involved in any way. We're not getting involved in any way. They're better equipped for these types of situations. This driver or somebody else inside could be armed when you're.
In a situation like that. Fortunately, we haven't seen that during the course of this pursuit. But coming up to a red light here and making a turn here.
Turning right, making a turn onto a busy street.
Now we are in the Van Nuys area, and so with that said, the LAPD's Van Nuys will take over.
Now 63 miles an hour.
They're no longer on the freeway.
They are no longer on the freeway.
It's really not their jurisdiction anymore, so they could hand it off to the LAPD if they wanted to. At this point, it's unclear if the LAPD is going to get involved, but that is on the table.
The LAPD is going to get involved. Now the buildings are in their way, blocking the news helicopter's way.
Northbound on Van Nuys.
Now, northbound
coming up to Keswick,
on a boulevard, turning left. Now, westbound. I mean, this has been going on for like a while now. Now he's been turning left. This has been going on for about 15 minutes now.
Wow.
Since they picked up the pursuit. When he was on the 101 freeway, he was reaching speeds at about 92 or 100 miles an hour, I think.
He and our assignment desk get it back at Universal
Maybe again
City.
he was driving speeds at about 90 to 92 or maybe 94 miles an hour or 100 miles an hour when he was on the 101 freeway.
It's got 6 wheels. It's possibly referred to as a T-Rex.
And it got 6 wheels. It can weigh how many? Several tons at this point. It's unclear how much this vehicle might weigh. It's a costly vehicle. It costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. It costs $350,000 worth of 6-wheel tires of that Ford 6x6 truck. They attempted to pull this person over. Now 40 to 50 miles an hour. He's driving recklessly.
They thought that he was possibly under the influence.
They thought so.
Led to the pursuit.
It's what led to the pursuit.
This person also traveled very high.
They traveled very high
on the freeway, as high
on
as
the freeway,
100 miles an hour
100 miles an hour. As I mentioned, he is on surface streets now.
You see the speeds there on our speedometer and his chopper.
Speeds on that speedometer, and the news helicopter is right on that suspect, and the news helicopters are keeping up with that suspect. They are keeping up with that truck, and he's speeding at about 70 miles an hour. He's hitting the gas. He's going westbound. Coming up to that next intersection, he's running red lights. Wow. It could really lead to a dangerous situation. If he hits somebody, he's gonna end up hurting somebody or killing that motorist or killing somebody here. He's gonna end up hitting somebody or injuring somebody. That could result into an accident very quickly, and it could happen. Now he's onto an area. This driver now speeds up to 35 miles an hour again. Slow down. 50 miles an hour, 59 to 60 miles an hour.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm going to check the unit here. Yeah, so that's still going to be the CH page, Jack. So perhaps LAPD is just not getting involved, and they're going to let CH be.
Hopefully they're not, or they're getting involved. Now turning right again. He's making a big circle. When drivers do that, Often they're looking for a place to run or bail or keep going on for like 2 to 3 hours, I think. Or it will take, that car will take off running. That the LAPD Van Nuys division has decided not to take over the pursuit.
And in that case, the California Highway Patrol will stay on it.
The California Highway Patrol will stay on it. And now this suspect he's been driving erratically for like quite some time now. This pursuit has been going on for about 20 minutes now since the police started this chase. He was traveling speeds at about 75 to 80 miles an hour. And then he was speeding up he was speeding up at about 90 miles an hour on the 101 freeway. And now they are going to continue to call this pursuit. Now he's turning left again. He can't make up his mind, or he doesn't know where he's going. One of the things now they've additionally brought up, that one of the things that will bring this pursuit to an end, if the person ran out of gas or that tire, if it has a flat tire, maybe they should try to use a stop stick. Now he's been doing circles now for the last few minutes at this point. It's a vehicle that they believe is very pricey, and it's so expensive. Several tons. How many? But it can tell that. I'll get back to this.
And at one point, the sheriff's department threw out a spike strip, and
it got 6 wheels. Now,
however, the vehicle has
successful.
6 wheels, so
that vehicle has 6 wheels. He's driving into an alleyway.
and we see
Somebody running there.
Was just running out of the way, or he may have gotten dropped off.
He may have gotten dropped off. I think. No, he was running because he or she, that male, innocent male, is running because they knew the police was. He thought the police was right behind him, but no, they were not driving. They were behind that driver of that vehicle. The driver continues here on that avenue, on an intersection. Now he's turning left. Now he's he almost hit that car.
It's just so concerning because his car is so much bigger than everybody else's.
His car is so much bigger than everybody else is.
That's when you don't know what can happen, and you could be driving on the street.
Now this suspect is driving at about 60 miles an hour.
Right at you, wrong side of the road in some situations, or runs the red light.
Or he runs the red light. He's driving at about 75 miles an hour.
Possibly see a collision out of this.
Possibly they could see a collision out of this. And what could happen, that magnitude running from police of this car, not magnitude, that's going to be a California Highway Patrol. That could do a spike strip. Maybe he just avoided a spike strip just a few seconds ago. Now he almost hit that car. Now he avoided just in time. Now speeds back up to 55 miles per hour.
Approaching Coldwater.
Now he's approaching that street. This has been going on for about 20 to 25 minutes now. It started as a pursuit. Now, no way that they're going to do a pit maneuver. That truck is too big. Now he hit hard on the brakes though. He's running the red lights, and it's going on. At least they're into at least 30 minutes into that pursuit. As I'm being told, that driver is driving way too fast. Possible DUI, and I'm being told this driver is driving recklessly.
The California Highway Patrol on a pursuit, and is going to go into the parking lot here for the Taco Bell, but I think he's just going to cut through.
He's going to cut through that.
So we're kind of starting
now he's going to cut through. He's turning left onto a fast food restaurant. Now he's turning left. He's trying to. Now I think he hit so fast. Wow, that tire is flat.
You know what? I think his tire might have gotten flat. I think the front flat now after colliding with that pole.
After colliding with that pole at this point.
Brings this to an end here.
Or they can recognize that suspect. They can recognize that suspect for sure. He's cooperating.
But I don't think so. So, not anybody recognizable yet. I know we're all very curious if this is somebody famous, but
wow.
We're going to talk about
and
that
the
here.
CHP officers has their weapons out and guns drawn.
I think this is possibly, maybe someone who might be famous, only because it started in the Malibu area. This is a $300,000 vehicle.
That is a $300,000 vehicle. After he tried to hit that pole,
of course, this
now
truck. I mean, this is not your normal everyday F-150, right?
Well, he knocked over
normal
that telephone pole, that light pole, like it was
now he's putting his hands up.
By the way, in the back of that appears to be a bicycle.
Cooperating
actually
with
listening to police officers.
Officers.
It looks like a
he's
younger
cooperating with CHP officers.
Man, I don't know. Maybe it's the son of
now they're
whoever
gonna
owns the truck.
take him into police custody.
Take it out for a joyride.
He's
so Desmond,
complying.
Tell us a little bit about
he seems to be complying.
Yeah, well, we are finally, unfortunately, seeing this come to a conclusion.
And now they had him.
It did end in a crash, but the only casualty was a light pole. Unfortunate that there was nobody out there in the area that could have gotten hit by that falling over. But really amazing. He was only probably going about 20 miles an hour, and that pole just...
He was going at about 20 to 30 miles an hour. I think that is the damage that truck is. And that tire, that one right tire, passenger side, one right tire was flat, and it was a smoke a little bit. The only person in that vehicle, they're going to definitely take him into police custody, and they're searching if there's nobody inside that vehicle.
Amazing that this didn't end worse, Jeff and Susie. Okay, Desmond, thank you very much.
And now it comes to an end. Goodbye, everybody.